Greetings everyone. In this tutorial we are going to talk about staking, specifically staking ERC20 tokens. And as you all know, staking is a way to lock your tokens into a contract and get rewards for it. You can either get rewards in the tokens that you stake, or you can get rewards in another token. You can stake an ERC20 token, or you can stake an LP token that you get from Uniswap and others when you deposit liquidity, which is also an ERC20 token. And projects offer staking for the following reasons. They want an active user base, so you want to constantly go there, check how much you gained, claim your rewards, etc. And they decrease the sell pressure. So the projects encourage the users to hold the tokens rather than to sell them. And many people, if you create an ERC20 token, it is a good idea to offer some staking. Now, the way you can do staking, if you want a very simple contract, I will give you the code for my version of staking. There are many versions, but here is a simple staking contract. We will go over it in a bit, and you can just copy paste it in Remix and deploy it, use it. You modify it, its name and some parameters, and you should be good to go. But it is very important to test very thoroughly the testing, especially to test what happens after 1 month. So for example, if I configure this testing with some emission rate, for example, I put it like this, how much would some people get in after 1 month? So you can adjust it. The problem is, I don't know, or it's difficult to write tests in Remix for that involve time, so skipping time forward. So the only way you can do it is either via Foundry or Hardhat, where you can have tests, for example, that skip time. For example, if you look here, where you see, in this particular test, I 1 second to make it bigger. I skip ahead 30 days. So after that, I check if the amount gained is the expected amount. Now, before we go more into testing, let's go over the usual staking contract. So first you need some mock ERC20 token. Here is a simple token with buy and sell fee. Usually you would whitelist the staking contract, so you don't take fees when people stake and unstake, because it doesn't make much sense. And with this mock contract, I just removed from the doc contract. If you saw my video with tax on token, I just removed the swap feature from it. But the staking will work with any ERC20 token, so as long as it has this ERC20 interface. Okay, so back to staking. For staking, as this particular way, you need to set an emission rate, which is how much per tokens per second someone gets, and this is configurable by the owner. And you specify in the construction the staking token. And usually the staking token has 4 big functions. One, which is to calculate how much a user would get. Two, the stake, where you stake an amount. The claim, where users from time to time withdraw their earnings. And unstake, which will do the claim and withdraw everything that they staked. And some other helper functions as well. So the way you calculate rewards, it is up to you. There can be here 1000 formulas, different combinations. For example, here I take into account the contract balance, but if you don't want this, you can just, delete this part and use this formula. Or, you can modify it to whatever other variables that you want. It is up to you how to do it. The most important part is to have some part of it configurable, so if you mess something up, you can modify it. For example, this emission rate here parameter. The stake function takes an amount. It's external, everyone can call it, non-reentrant, so there are no funny stuff going on. And it is when not paused, because you as an owner, you would want to pause the contract if you upgrade it to another contract or you see some bugs in it and you want to move the users to some other contract. The pause part is only on stake, so people can claim and unstake without worrying that you paused it. So you only put pause in the stake function. And you transfer, the user transfers the tokens to this contract, and some memory is used to keep track of how much someone staked and at what time. Simple as that. The claim function would calculate the rewards for this particular user, and would also update when how much time it's staked, so it resets the time staked and would transfer the rewards. The unstake function would also do the claim, and it will also transfer to the user the amount that they staked. Okay. And what we have here, we have another function, add rewards, where someone, usually the owner of the project or some treasury wallet, would add rewards. This function can also be called in advance. So for example, if you do an erc20 token with tax, you can put the tax to be automatically added to the staking contract if you plan to launch them one after another at the same time. So the contract must have enough balance to pay the stakers, and someone need to add this balance somehow. It cannot produce tokens to pay the rewards from nothing. Here you have the function to set the emission rate, or you can have other parameters or multiple parameters, up to you. Pausing, unpausing, if you want to ever pause the contract. And as a bonus, you have an airdrop rewards function. So for example, if you say you would disregard all the logic above, but if you say, look, I want to pay my users rewards according to some external factors. For example, like those type of real estates, when 100 people buy a house, they rent it, and the rent is transferred to them each month. But the rent from the rent you subtract some taxes, you subtract some repairs. If something breaks in the house, some money would be taken out for it, and they would receive less. And for example, they can stake, but some script would airdrop the reward to the user. So you can do it. Basically, you can do lots of things with staking. It's up to you how you configure the logic. And whenever you do the staking, make sure you test it thoroughly. So you have here some tests written that you can inspire to create your own tests. You need to configure the contract, set the approval, so the staking contract can take your tokens and use them. This, you have some wallets funded with some tokens. You approve the staking contract to take your tokens, and here you have a couple of tests. Let me uncomment this one because I don't know why it was commented. I will copy paste this file to a gist. And here, for example, you can see adding of the rewards, changing the wallet, staking. So this VM prank wallet, you change the wallet. You can get some help with ChatGPT, although it makes some mistakes. And you can start little by little to learn testing in Foundry. Like I said, you can also use Hardhead for testing. It's up to you. I found that Foundry is a little bit easier to use than Hardhead. So this being said, if you need help auditing your staking contract or writing it from new, let me know. You can find my Telegram link or my contact details in the description or here on the screen. And I wish you a very, very successful launch of your token. Before we end this video, I want to point you to a potential issue in the contract and why you need an audit. So looking at this function, airdrop rewards, you can see it's only callable by the owner, which is a good thing or not. So it's not so good because the owner already has very high permissions in the contract, so it can pause on pause and set the emission rate. Okay, so you don't want to have the owner private key on some server calling this airdrop rewards script, because it is not a good for a private key with so many permissions to be accessible by lots of potential hacking attempts. So what you need to do is create another wallet called airdrop manager, for example, and that wallet will be settable by the owner, and you can use that wallet private key on some server where you can call this function with airdrops, and you found that wallet from a hot wallet from time to time, so you can send rewards. Now this particular issue, ChatGPT won't be able to tell you, because you need to prompt it very specifically, and it only comes from experience, from lots of contracts, even failed ones, and only someone with experience can detect such things. If you want an audit or help, please write me in Telegram or check the video description to see how you can contact me.